Taiwanese food has been hailed by many a YouTuber for being delicious, a food paradise Taiwan is.
Taiwan is a food lover's paradise.
If you have never had breakfast in Taiwan before, you are missing out, my friend.
But one thing Taiwanese people do know how to prepare, and that's winter food.
And while I will admit, in my opinion, I think Taiwanese food for the most part is pretty good, but there are also a few dishes that aren't really all that great. Please don't kill me. There are a select few Taiwanese dishes that I find not that great. I mean, my opinion is subjective. I'm allowed to not like certain dishes. I cannot wait for the comments that say, get out of Taiwan because you disrespect the culture if you don't like the food. Cannot wait for those comments. Today, I thought it would be fun to give these foods a chance at redemption. I am going to meet with some Taiwanese friends who loves these dishes. They're going to introduce me to food and I'm going to decide, does it deserve redemption or does it belong in the trash can? I'm going to start this off with shrimp Kanji, which is great for a cold day like today. In Chinese, it's xiazhou, or a bull as I like to say in English. And the person who's going to introduce this to me, Penny!
Hi, everyone.
We're here at Lival Racetrack again, where Penny basically lives. That's why I'm eating this on the back of a spoiler on this GR86. So you like this?
I love it. I had it quite often, actually. When you told me this is gross and you don't eat it, I was like, what the fuck? Especially it is winter right now and so cold. And also when I'm sick, because this is like a light flavor and then it's actually quite healthy. Don't you want to try it? It's so warm.
I am hoping this warms me up and not make me vomit. So why don't you try it first? You tell me if this one's a particularly good one. I'm going to be sharing the brand if I like it, but I won't be sharing the brand if I don't like it, because I don't think it's fair to ruin someone's business just because I don't like it. I didn't like it to begin with. I like shrimp, I like scallop. I don't like kanji. For me, what gets me is the texture. It's gelatinous. This is kind of be a running theme for this video. I don't like how thick these soups are. Go ahead, give it a try. Yeah, see, just the sound it makes going in is so gross.
So
oh my
good.
God.
So good. What are you talking about? Delicious, right?
Okay, I'll admit the warmth is really nice. Because it's thick, it does make it like extra warm, which I do like. The texture just gets me. And it's weird because it starts with a nice salty seafood flavor and then the flavor completely goes away. It's just bland, sloppy rice. Does it have redemption or is it still belong in the trash can? And for me, this is kind of down the middle of the road. I'm surprised it doesn't belong in the trash can because usually with like fish kanji or seafood kanji, I can't stand it. I've been a teacher for a long time here in Taiwan and my students eat fish kanji for snacks and the classroom reeks of fish. It's disgusting. So it's not something I ever really liked or wanted to try. But I'm putting this down the middle. It's kind of inoffensive.
Okay, I have to say, like Asian people love kanji as a breakfast.
You guys can check out Penny's channel over on YouTube if you like sexy girls riding motorcycles or flying airplanes or jumping into the ocean or doing whatever cool stuff that Penny does. She has it all. I'll link her in the description below. And the next thing I'm going to try is tie ban mian, which I will admit a lot of foreigners actually do like, but I just don't like it for a number of reasons I'm going to get into. And the person who is going to introduce this food to me is my good friend,
May!
So you like tie ban mian.
Like it very much.
Can you explain what it is?
Noodles, meat on the...
It's like a hot stone plate, so it comes out sizzling on this hot stone plate. That's part of the reason I don't like it, is because I like spaghetti. Usually is spaghetti, but these ones don't seem to actually be spaghetti. It's like noodles of a different kind.
Noodles.
And on top they have like the shittiest quality steak you've ever seen in your life and a fried egg. And like I like all three of those ingredients separately, but when you put them together, it is a culinary homicide.
But it's like a go-to food for Taiwanese. You have like a side dish, like some vegetables, some bread and soup, and then you have main course, and you have noodles.
It's a bit like a poor man's steakhouse,
No.
like in the West.
Poor man.
I just find every time I've tried this, the reason I don't like it is that the quality of the meat is often quite low. And it's always like noodles with tomato sauce, which I don't like. I love spaghetti, but I feel like if Italians saw what people are eating here, they would be like, a scoliosis, or whatever Italians say, you know?
I smell your mama!
Listen to that. The other reason I don't like this is because it comes on a sizzling hot stone plate, that everything tends to overcook. You get noodles that are overcooked, and then your steak is just all over the place as far as where it's supposed to be.
You have to do.
Mix it.
Yeah, you have to mix it.
It's like a Taiwanese person looked at a picture of your typical Western meal and was like, I can make that, and just threw together what they thought it was, and they came up with this. Are you just like waiting for me to stop talking so you can eat?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is like the egg didn't really finish cooking, so now it's like there's still clear liquid, which is like
You should turn.
full of salmonella. Yeah, I mean, that's like a pretty good medium rare cooked steak. It looks really delicious now that it's steaming hot, and I think that's cooked relatively well to the doneness that I like it. But again, as this sits on the hot plate, it will continue to cook. And they do recommend you dip it into the mushroom sauce. Now, are you supposed to mix the mushroom sauce with the noodles?
Yes. But later on, because the sauce will stick on the plate.
This piece of steak, though, is what I would call a blue steak. Just not cooked pretty much at all. That's just raw beef. Again, it's not quite a Western meal. It's a very weird fusion of cuisines. This one's quite good. Does it belong in the trash can, or does it deserve redemption? And I gotta say, this one in particular deserves redemption. It has risen from the depths of the prosy shit list, and it's been redeemed. So what is this restaurant called?
Hayde.
You can come check it out. I think it's pretty good. Maybe you will too. Nice. Thanks for showing me this place.
You're very welcome.
You can follow me nowhere.
Don't follow me, please.
Yeah.
Don't follow me.
Piss off. So the next food I'm gonna try is oyster omelette, or jian. Now, every time foreigners say that, Taiwanese people laugh because we can't. It's really hard. I think they call it that because when you eat it, you go, "Ugh."
No, that's such a cliche. I love it. It's one of my favorite Taiwanese snack foods. I brought you to a local Ulazen restaurant. And this is special, this one, because it's got the crispiness around the outside. Some of them can be a little bit gelatinous all over. This one has a perfect combination of crispiness around the outside with the gelatinous center and then the oysters and vegetables.
Yeah, it doesn't look the best though, does it?
A lot of people judge Taiwanese food based on its appearance.
It looks like a pie.
See how crispy the outer skin is, and then how soft and floppy and gelatinous the...
Oh god, it looks like a part of someone's face.
try, yeah. Also, crispy skin is something I've never had it so crispy on a Ulazen before.
Kind of like the pancake mixture they would use for a danbing almost, with a lot of like oil. It was almost deep fried. It's very good, I have to say.
Oysters are very salty, of course. Like you can taste the sea in them, but the balance with the oysters being salty and the sauce being sweet, textures of the softness with the crunchiness. Well, there's nothing.
There's a lot going on in here. This one in particular is quite good. The reason this is on my list is because I have had ones that really weren't that great. You know, the egg was soft, almost like jelly, and then you throw in oysters, which are soft, and then you put the sauce on it, and you just end up with like gunk. It's a bit like you've got a jellyfish in your mouth. I think this one deserves redemption.
Yeah.
It does not belong in the trash can.
I'm so happy you think so.
Yeah.
This is a top 5 Taiwan food.
That was what I was worried about, because I was like, if this goes in the trash can, Taiwanese people are going to murder me. This is a special dish you can only get in Taiwan, I believe.
这个是李贺Oaten, which means hello in Taiwanese.
Yeah, come check it out if you want. I think it's quite good.
Yeah, and say hello to Owen, the best waiter in Taiwan.
I'm here in a Lunar New Year market. These are temporary markets that pop up on alleyways around here in the North District of Taiwan. They're very popular. As you can see, there's lots of people behind me. There's lots of interesting foods you can eat and games you can play and things you can try. This goes away after Lunar New Year, but it's very popular for Taiwanese families to come and enjoy. And one of the foods I came here to try out was chicken's feet. And we've got some garlic flavored chicken feet. Now, this is actually something that you also don't like.
I hate anything to do with birds. I stopped eating chicken as well.
This just goes to show you that it's not just foreigners that don't like some of these foods. Chicken feet is also something that even a lot of Taiwanese people don't like, although some Taiwanese people love it. But I really dislike it just because if you take a look, it just looks literally like a chicken's foot. It's a claw. And I really dislike it just because, you know, when you eat chicken, you don't want it to look like the actual animal, the chicken. You want it to look nothing like a chicken. You don't want to look like the animal you're eating. But this is so obviously a chicken claw. Now, there's two kinds you can get. You can get ones with bones, and you can get ones without bones. Which ones are these?
The boneless ones. And they did manicure for them. No nails. Ew, and the middle finger.
Yeah, that's so gross. So go for it.
No? This is your video. Ready? Ooh! How are the fingers? Even with the garlic, it's still unbearable, right?
I love garlic, and this is still unbearable. It makes me want to cry. It's leathery, slightly crunchy. No, I'm not having another one. You can just tell it's a chicken's foot in your mouth. This thing that's been walking around in its own shit its whole life. And to eat this is just disgusting. I can appreciate the fact that people here don't waste any part of the chicken. You can see the pores in the skin, and I have to say that this one still belongs in the trash can.
There's a trash can.
Yeah,
Know your fucking place. Trash.
We bring them to school for my staff.
Texture, the flavors, everything is not so great. I think the sauce that they put on this one's not that bad, actually. It's quite good. I think if you mix that sauce in with any other part of the chicken, it would be just fine. But with chicken feet, not my thing. That goes in the trash, sorry.
Nope.
And the next thing on my list is dessert pizzas, which have been not popularized in Taiwan. They were probably popularized in the West. And the company that makes this isn't even Taiwanese themselves.
Domino, motherfucker.
But it hasn't stopped them really from producing pizzas with Taiwanese flavors on them, such as this one, which is like a bubble milk tea flavor, which is really odd. But these pizzas are everywhere. There's all kinds of really weird ones, from pig's blood cake pizza to, I don't know, you name it. The person who's gonna introduce this to me is no one, because I've seemed to have run out of friends for this video. This pizza looks very, very, very interesting. It looks like a regular pizza other than these black dots, which are obviously the boba, the bubbles that go in your milk tea, and they are the exact same thing. And they taste the same too. I mean, these don't really traditionally have that much flavor in them anyway. This has honey that was drizzled over it, but that is disgusting. I don't know who at the team at Domino's tried this for the first time and decided that they should sell this, or who tried it and thought that this was good. It really isn't. This is terrible. It does not taste like bubble tea at all. It just tastes like honey on top of like a cornbread pizza. I can't even imagine children liking this. I love bubble tea, I love pizza, but as a running theme in this video, you can't put those things together and expect them to be good. This is not a good pizza. This is disgusting. This belongs straight into the trash can. I've had dessert pizzas in the past that I liked.
Trash.
You know, in Canada, we'd have like apple pie pizza, but that kind of makes sense because you have the crust from an apple pie and the crust from a pizza are kind of the same thing. But this one, this is just bad. Like I said at the beginning of the video, of course, not all Taiwanese food is bad. I'm at a restaurant right now called Remember to Go Home. It's a Yuanjumin restaurant, or an Aboriginal restaurant, and the food they do here is incredible. Q and I come here as often as we can. It's usually quite busy, so you're probably going to want to book a table, but this food's amazing. So not all food in Taiwan is bad, of course. I just wanted to highlight some of the ones I don't like. Anyways, yeah, this video is of course sponsored by you, so thank you so much for subscribing. It really helps out the channel. You can follow me on Instagram at Prozzy_SR, and you can follow Kiwi at The Drinking Kiwi. He reviews bars around the island, so if you're looking for a place to go, a little bit of nightlife, and he's got it all on there. So yeah, stay positive, keep your stick on the ice, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.